Rain pelted against the cracked windshield of Daniel Cole's old pickup truck as he sat in the grocery store parking lot, forehead pressed against the steering wheel. His chest felt hollow. His ex-wife had just remarried that afternoon, not just to any broken bar but to his former best friend. To make it worse, his 8-year-old daughter, Emily, had been crying all morning, asking why Mommy didn't invite us. Daniel didn't have an answer. Through the blur of his grief, he saw her, a woman thin, soaked, shivering, walking past in the downpour, pushing a shopping cart with a single blanket inside. Her clothes hung loose, her shoes were worn to the sole. People passed her without a glance. Rising action. Emily, stay here, Daniel said softly, grabbing his jacket and stepping out into the rain. Ma'am, he called. The woman turned, her eyes tired but piercing met his. If you're gonna tell me to move along, save it, she muttered. I'm not, Daniel said, holding out his jacket. You're freezing. She hesitated, then whispered, why? Daniel shrugged. Because he broken bar. Someone's got to care. They ended up sharing a small table at a 24-hour diner. Her name was Claire. She had no family, no home, and no job. But she had a quiet dignity, speaking like someone who had once known a very different life. Emily, munching on pancakes, suddenly piped up, Dad, you broken bar, you should marry her. Daniel chuckled awkwardly, but Claire's lips curled into the faintest smile. The twist begins. 2 days later, Daniel learned his ex was filing for full custody, claiming his life was unstable. Her lawyer said being single and financially insecure wouldn't help his case. That night, sitting in the flickering light of his kitchen, Claire spoke up. Marry me, she said simply. Daniel blinked. What? Marry me. It'll make your case stronger, show stability. Yeah, broken bar, I owe you. You didn't walk past me that night. You stopped. That means something. Against all logic, Daniel agreed. They went to City Hall the next morning, signing papers with nothing but his daughter and a sleepy clerk as witnesses. The reveal. Weeks passed. Claire cooked, helped Emily with homework, and strangely never asked for anything in return. Then, one Friday, a black car pulled into Daniel's driveway. 2 men in suits stepped out. One addressed Claire as Miss Whitmore. Daniel stared as Claire's posture shifted, elegant, confident, almost regal. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, she said quietly. I'm not just Claire Broken Bar, I'm Claire Whitmore, CEO of Whitmore Global, Billionaire Broken Bar, and the woman you helped tonight. I walked away from my own engagement. Emotional climax. Daniel's mouth opened, but no words came. She stepped closer, eyes shining. That night, I was done with the world. I wanted to see if any would care without knowing my name. You did. You saved me in a way money never could. Emily ran to her, wrapping her arms around Claire's waist. You saved us too. Ending. Months later, Daniel stood at a park, holding Claire's hand as Emily chased bubbles in the sun. The custody battle was over. His ex had quietly backed down after learning exactly who Claire was. But the real win wasn't the security, or the wealth it was waking up every day knowing someone saw him at his lowest, a broken bar, and chose to stay. Claire leaned her head on his shoulder. Funny thing about kindness, she murmured. You give it away, a broken bar, and it comes back to you, bigger than you can imagine. Daniel smiled, watching Emily's laughter dance through the air. For the first time in years, life didn't feel like surviving. It felt like living. Rain kept hammering the cracked windshield of Daniel Cole's old pickup, each drop blurring the world outside. He sat there in the grocery store parking lot, hands on the wheel, his heart feeling like a hollow shell. Today, his ex-wife had remarried, and not just any broken bar, his former best friend. Worse still, his 8-year-old daughter, Emily, had spent the morning in tears, asking, why didn't Mommy invite us? Daniel had no answer. Through the blur of the glass, he saw her, a woman thin, soaked, trembling, pushing a rusted shopping cart with nothing inside but an old blanket. Her clothes hung loose, her shoes were worn through. People passed without a glance. Daniel slipped on his jacket and stepped out into the rain. Ma'am, he called. She turned, eyes tired yet sharp. If you're gonna tell me to move along, don't bother, she muttered. I'm not, Daniel said, holding out his jacket. "You're freezing." She hesitated. "Why would you do that?" "Because someone's got to care," he said simply. They ended up at a 24-hour diner, sitting across from each other in the warm light. Her name was Claire. No home, no job,